As much as this game was a nail-biter to the very end, the Leafs do pull off the victory in Columbus, winning 5-4 over the Blue Jackets and improved to 36-16-4. And was this a picturesque game, a film work game that you're going to watch and say, hey, we got to play like this? Maybe in the first period, but the rest of the way, not so much. Like I mentioned, the Leafs hang on to win at 5-4. Goaltending, I thought Mrazek played well. The stats suggest he didn't, allowing 4 goals on 35 shots. But I thought he was really good in the game. A couple unfortunate ones. But really, I thought he kept the team in it late, right? They were the onslaught he faced in the third. He really was able to hang in there, make some big-time stops. We'll get to that later on. But the boys came out flying. And the Phil Kessel jersey, baby. It's 1-0 on the streak. Let's keep this thing rolling. I'm going to keep wearing it until something bad happens, which I'm hoping is not in the next one because it's Seattle next. First period. You know, the puck, the Blue Jackets turned the puck over at their own blue line, and this was a theme in the first period. The amount of turnovers the Leafs were causing and the amount of turnovers that they were just giving the Leafs. It was wild. Now, they turn the puck over their own blue line. Pierre Engvall gives it up to David Kampf on the far side, who just fires it at the net. And a bunch of guys in front. It deflects off of a couple of dudes. I think Merzlikins may have got a piece of it. And McKay's sitting there at the back post kind of waiting for the puck to come free. And it does. And he roofs it over Merzlikins as he's down and out. And the Leafs have a 1-0 lead. McKay from Kampf and Engvall at 8:06 of the first period. The boys are in front first. That first goal of the game, you love to see it. 6 minutes after that, a blast from the point from Timothy Liljegren, and who's crashing the net for the rebound? It's Mitch Marner, and he finds it and goes to the backhand and buries it past Merzlikins, and the Leafs are now up 2-0. Okay, they're going great. They're turning the puck over a ton. This is great to watch. The shots on goal are piling up. They're playing really well. But in the back of everybody's mind is like, yeah, I understand that, but you're not sure how you're going to keep the puck out of the net. But it didn't matter because 3 minutes after that, the puck behind their goal, and Austin Matthews goes for the wraparound and beats Merzlikins' far post on the backhand. His 40th goal of the season, the lead in goals with 40, I believe it's his 4th season in the NHL with 40 goals. He ties the Leaf record. It tells you it's wild that no Leaf has done five seasons with 40 goals. But Austin Matthews has 4, and he got his 40th in the game with a beautiful backhander. And the Leafs, after the Marner and Brody assists at 17:06, you got a 3-0 lead. Now, my thought going into that after that, right, those final 3 minutes, all right, hey, close the period strong. They do that. Shots on goal were 13-5 in favor of the Leafs. You got a 3-0 lead. It was a picturesque, perfect period. However, every Leaf fan is like, okay, that's nice, but you got to play 60. And we've seen this team play a great 20 before and counter it with abysmal hockey. And in the second period, a $1.45 in, Sean Corrali scores, and every Leaf fan's like, oh God, here we go. And they weren't wrong. And if you guys watch my videos even last year and everything, I always say the goals in the first 5 minutes and the final 5 minutes of a period, even in the last 2 minutes and the first 2 minutes, those are backbreakers, right? Because you come out in the second period, you're feeling great, you got a 3-0 lead, and then bang, $1.45 in, they're back in the game, the fans are back in the game, and now you got to defend hard. And I got to say, though, for the middle part of the period, the Leafs dominate play. They had great chances. They only got outshot 14-13 in the period. And the problem is, though, with a minute 11 to go, Oliver Bjorkstrand scores. And now it's a 3-2 game. So they score a minute 45 in. And then they just score again. A minute and 11 left in the period. That builds the momentum heading into the third period. Every Leaf fan's like, this is a disaster setting up. And under a minute into the period, John Tavares takes a penalty. And we're all sitting here like, is this really going to happen again? And then Jack Roslovic scores on the power play, backdoor feed. You can't really do much about that. If you're Peter Mrazek, it was just a beautiful feed and no one can knock the puck down, and it's just, that's the way it is. And that goal was at 2:28 of the third period. And we got a tied hockey game at 3. The Leafs blew another 3-goal lead. Oh my God, after the incredible first period and every Leaf fan still holding their breath, they held it for a reason, because this stuff happens quite often. And it's a brand new hockey game at 3-3. But I do have to give this team credit. They bounced back. You know, how many times have we seen this team go, 3-0 to 3-3, and then it gets like 5-3, and you're like, well, there goes that game. But just under 2 minutes after that, Simmons enters the zone with Kerfoot. Simmons drops it off for Spezza, who drops it off for Kerfoot, and Kerfoot walks right in and goes far post and in. Oh, you love when you hear the ping and it goes in. Kerfoot's got the goal. Simmons and Spezza grab assists at 4:19. The Leafs got the lead back. It's 4-3. Now, with that goal, I'm sitting here watching the game and I'm like, okay, Mrazek. Look, I don't care about stats in this game. You allowed 3. I get it. But your team just battled back and gave you a goal. Make some big stops. And he did. Now, what helps is, about 7 minutes after that, Michael Bunting behind their net tries to center it. It goes off of, I believe it was their leg in front, and it just sits there at the side of the net. Bunting smacks at it again, and it beats Merzlikins. Bunting's got his 20th goal of the year. Matthews and Brody grab assists of the goal at 11:21, and we're sitting here right now 9 minutes away from the victory. And Mrazek making some big-time stops. And again, I mentioned earlier, the stats don't really suggest how he played tonight, because I watched him late in this game. Other than the line A goal, and that might have hit Justin Hall on the way through, because it hit Mrazek's skate as it went in, and he was not happy. I don't know what happened there, really. But either way, it's a line A shot from Alex Ovechkin's office. And that made it 5-4 with 48 seconds left. But before that, he made some massive saves. One, it was a little floater to the crease, and there was 2 guys there, and it hit them and dropped. Mrazek didn't know where it was. He finds it, but right as they take the shot, that pad goes out, and he makes a big-time stop. And I'm like, look, in a 1-goal game, you make that kind of save. That's the stuff you want to see. Then, a few other instances, when they were pressuring, I saw at least 3 opportunities when they had shots on goal. The rebounds were there, but they were knocked to the corner by Mrazek. Whether it was off the pad into the corner, or off the blocker to the corner, whatever. It was to the corner where bad things will not happen. The rebounds did not go to the front of the net. I think he was great there. Really good job in that sense. Now, the late goal by line A with under a minute to go, we're all sitting here like, God damn it. Like, if Mrazek didn't let that goal in, we're sitting here saying, wow, he allowed 3 goals on 35 shots and had a really good third period. Allowed 1 goal on 16. Fantastic. But that goal goes in, and we're all like, I had a terrible game. Look at the save percentages. I thought Mrazek played pretty well tonight. Now, is that enough, though, for him to play the next game? That I don't know. I mean, he gave his team a chance to win, yes, but he still allowed 4 goals. Now, a couple of those were definitely not his fault, but as I mentioned before, you want those stops. But in the third period, when his team needed him the most, he made some big-time saves. And that's all I ask from our goaltenders, because clearly they're in a spot right now where confidence isn't there. So the fact that they got the win tonight is big. For a mental standpoint for these guys, I understand people are going to be upset with the win and how it happened, of course. And you really think I'm pleased that we blew a 3-0 lead and had to win 5-4? No. I would have loved to see this team win 5-1 and close out the game strong and have Mrazek allow 1 goal in 35. Of course I would have loved that. But after losing 3 consecutive games and the way they've lost these games, to go out there on the road into Columbus on the first night of a back-to-back and win the dang game, I'll take it anyway. And with the Boston Bruins losing in overtime, you now have a 3-point advantage over the Boston Bruins with a game in hand. So you want to look at it that way. And hey, the Leafs play Seattle tomorrow. You win that game, you have a 5-point lead. You kind of got that breathing room back a little bit. But you got to go out there and do a job. Shots on goal in the third period, 16-7 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Shots on goal for the game, 35-33. So considering the Leafs won that first period 13-5, they got outshot the rest of the way pretty bad. And Mrazek made some big-time saves. Special teams-wise, 0-for-1 were the Leafs in the power play. They only had the one opportunity. They were great. The first unit was great on that power play. Columbus was 1-for-3 on their power play. That was the Roslovic goal to start the third period. Now, player stats here real quick. Peter Mrazek, as I mentioned, 4 goals and 35 shots, but that does not suggest, in my opinion, how he played tonight. That does not mean, though, he kind of gets off the hook. He does a little bit because, again, the team won, right? They lost. And they lost 4-3, yeah, it would stink. But they won 5-4, and I was really zoning in on him in the third period. I think he played a really solid period. I want to get your guys' thoughts, though, in the comments below. Michael Bunting with a goal and an assist. Austin Matthews with the goal and an assist. March Marner with a goal and an assist. And TJ Brody with 2 assists in the game. So the boys got it done. Was it pretty? No, not at all. But it's 2 points. You take it, you leave it, you move on. It's a road game. You got the W. It is what it is, right? Next game, you come home tomorrow night. It's a 7:30 puck drop against the Seattle Kraken. Last time we saw the Kraken, we were in Seattle, and the Leafs just dominated basically from, I believe it was from minute 1 to minute 60. Like, it was a flat-out domination game. And I'm expecting the same tomorrow. I understand the Buffalo-Montreal nonsense we've been dealing with a lot lately, but you got to admit, Montreal's been playing some good hockey over the last little while. So we caught them at the wrong time, really. And for Buffalo, that was just abysmal. Seattle's a team you got to beat. There's no way around it. If you have to win like this tonight, fine. So be it. Just get 2 points. All right? Now, Leaf fans, that is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the offensive barrage and the 2 points tonight, smack the like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game? If you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition, tomorrow, I believe, right? No, Wednesday. Raptors Wednesday, as they are in San Antonio taking the Spurs. 8:30 tip-off there as they look to just find a way to get a win after the way they've been playing lately. But we will see how that all plays out without the shooting they have. I don't know. Maybe Fred's back. I don't know. No matter what, I'll talk to you guys post-game then. Raps and Spurs on Wednesday. And as for the Leafs, their next game is tomorrow night. It's going to be a little bit of a later upload, but it will be uploaded tomorrow night. Leafs, Kraken at Scotiabank Arena, 7:30 puck drop there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.